So, I mean, we've talked about your starts, but how you've overcome them in recent games. Just how do you reinforce those lessons on a practice like today?
Today is just about kind of getting on the ice again and making sure that you're focusing on speed and trying to set yourself up for tomorrow because it's an afternoon game. With lots of talk about giving up first goals. Eventually that trend shifts, but you have to have the right mindset, as we talked about yesterday, to put your teammates in good positions to allow that to happen. So that's where we'll be for tomorrow.
So you do power play drills and not just drills in zone, but you're trying to get your zone entries in and playing with pace. What's the key to a good zone entry in order to work in your offense?
Speed is one thing. I think it starts with the guy that brings the puck up the ice. He has to do a good job of kind of pushing everybody back if you're using a drop type entry. And then it's a little bit of deception. Because a lot of penalty kills are really good if you're very predictable and you just go in straight lines. It's easy for the penalty kill. So having a little bit of deception on entry, and then making sure you finish your routes, whether it's all the way to the goal line or if you're bringing somebody over to the other side. It's just making sure you finish your routes with pace.
Talking to the guys, it seems like Tyler Toffoli is someone who everyone's got a lot of admiration and sort of affection for around this building, eh?
Yeah, Tyler was a good player for us. There's no doubt about it. He brought a lot of things to our team. He won. He has a pedigree about him for sure. And he's got a lot of good friends in our room, but not for tomorrow.
He was obviously a 30-plus goal scorer for you guys last year, and you guys don't necessarily have someone doing that this year. Has it always been a plan to sort of scoring by committee?
That's a lot of it. I mean, ideally, you've got a line that's dangerous all the time when they go on the ice, but the way we've set ourselves up, it's more like the committee approach to it. And when you look at us, our defense have done a really good job of generating for us and helping pick up some of the slack from someone coming out of the lineup like that.
Coach, you referred to the other day Sharon Govich as a shot threat on the power play,
Yeah.
but you look at his play on the Coleman goal last night. Would you say his playmaking ability is perhaps something about him that we're starting to learn about a little bit more?
Yeah, he's a talented player. Like we've mentioned that before, and he can shoot the puck. He can make plays in small areas. He's got some creativity to him. What we want to keep seeing him do is work on how hard he is on the puck. So if there's something that's up for grabs or 50-50, we want him hungrier and harder on it to make sure that he gives himself an opportunity to make those plays. So that's the push that we have with him right now.
Is today the perfect time to announce your starting goalie for tomorrow?
It is not.
Is it still a discussion, or is this the plan you've had?
It's the plan we've had. Yeah.
Is Blake angling to get a few more face-offs?
We made jokes about that last night a little bit, so he made a comment to Bax that maybe he should just take over in that department. But those are the little plays that you need, to win games. So some people might think it's a small detail, but it's a really big one when you have to use a winger to step in and take a face-off like that.
Did you feel like last game, like that was a game that you kind of steadily improved as the night went on? Did you feel like your game was growing, even though nothing offensively happened in the second, that you were kind of leading to that?
Yeah, we were getting zone time. It was starting where we were putting pucks behind them and they kept icing pucks. And you can see when teams start playing a chip and defend and chip it out game and just try to change all the time, it wears teams down. And they were coming off a back-to-back, which makes it even a little bit more difficult for them. And I thought by the time the third period came, we kind of found our legs as well.
How important can it be for guys on the team to have people like Blake or Nas who've gone all the way and won? How important is that presence?
Yeah, that's leadership. And your younger guys don't learn how to do things the right way unless there's people like that around. So that's a real big thing. So if you have leaders that aren't, maybe don't have an idea of what it's like to play a certain time of the year or how you have to raise your level, then the young guys never get to learn that. But I think those two guys, in regards to how they've worked this year, have set a good example for some of the younger players around our room.
Ryan, when you shorten your bench in the third period, is that all about feel, or is there some data involved as well?
No, at that point, not a lot of data, no. Last night, the plan wasn't to take Marty off that line, put Adam there, but Marty blocked that shot. And he missed some shifts. Then Adam made good on his opportunity. So I think sometimes you have to reward people when they do things the right way.
I know you've said that for most players there's kind of an ideal range of average time on ice per game. One guy who's been getting a bump lately is Noah Hannafin. Is he a player who, with the way he skates, can maybe handle more minutes?
Yeah, but fine line too. Like anytime you get yourself over that as a defenseman, the 24-minute mark, I think you're flirting with danger a little bit, because even though he's such a fluid and efficient skater, it's hard. They're hard minutes against teams that are pressuring, or, for example, like a heavy team like Vegas. Those are hard minutes, and they do wear you down. And when you get worn down, it's usually this that goes first, right? So you start making maybe poor decisions with pucks. So it's a very fine line. Like, we want to lean on those guys and trust them, but at times, if they're being asked to play too much, it almost has the reverse effect.
If it is Dan and the Stars net tomorrow, which he was today, like what's your message to him?
No message. Like, he's a good goaltender. He knows that, so we don't have to tell him anything.